Hi, this is Bill with Machinery Consultants out in Salt Lake City, Utah. We'd like to thank you for your time and review to show you this absolutely amazing Bridgeport, American-made, heavy-duty vertical milling machine. This happens to be a model Series 2. It's a Series 2 Bridgeport vertical mill, heavy powder machine. The serial number on this machine is 7320, and it happens to be our stock number 1620. With that being said, we'd like to go ahead and show you some of the features and how this machine performs and operates, and go through the fact that the condition on this machine is absolutely fantastic. It's a low hours machine. It was very well maintained. It came to us from a research facility. You can see all of the original flaking on the chrome ways here. So a research lab on this machine. We went through and did a light refurbish on it, checked the head out, checked all the mechanics of the machine, went through and freshened up the motors due to the fact that it has 4-axis power feed built in, checked out the digital readout, the Kurt power drawbar, the automatic lube system, and the rest of it speaks for itself. Mr. Frank Fuentes is going to go ahead and run the machine for us and show you how well it operates. Let's see it, Frank.
1200.
Okay, we're at 1200 RPMs. 1000 RPM. Pointing out this heavy pattern 11 by 58 table. Okay, Frankie's engaging the power rapid traverse on the table longitudinal left and right. Now, I'd like to point out also that you can crank the table manual with that lever there for the table, left and right. Here's the cross. Go ahead, Frank. Let me open up the screen a little bit so I can see all of what you're doing here. The spindle speeds on this machine range from 50 to 3500 with a high and a low range. Okay, we're playing with the Quill here, the Quill Lever. Now this is a feature that Bridgeport had that was called the power feed. This is the Quill power feed option right here for the feed rate and the on and the off, up and down. That was an option that Bridgeport offered when they were manufacturing this machine. So that would be considered your fourth feed. Table left and right, cross in and out, knee up and down, and quill up and down. Here, I'm just going to point out up on this power panel here where all the action's taking place.
Feeding down.
Okay, feeding down. Okay, feeding back up. Let me cruise over here for a minute, get a new angle. This machine is driven by a 4 horsepower main drive motor. It's a heavy duty 4 horsepower main drive motor. And the way that Bridgeport set these up back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, was a US Electric brand motor, so it's an American made heavy pattern motor. We're exercising the speed range option from slow to fast and fast to slow manually off of this variable speed knob right here. Okay, very good. Let me park over here, Frank. I'll have you show them the operation of the Curt Power drawbar as well, and we'll talk about the spindle tooling and some of the other features. Okay, very nice. Let me take a look at that. Okay, what we're seeing here is an Ericsson quick switch. That's a number 200 series Ericsson quick switch. Very simple, very easy, very fast. You can see on a machine this tall how essential it is to have a power drawbar. So he's basically just pushing in this button here for the in and out actuator. It's driven off of about 80 pounds of shop PSI, and it's a Curt automatic power drawbar. The overall weight on this machine is about 5,400 pounds. So again, pointing out the condition, we have an 11 by 58 table area with the chrome ways in this region here, and also on the back, and also on the vertical on the rear. I'm just going to take an extra second and show you these chrome ways. Now these photos are also shown on our website at www.machineryconsultants.com, also where the link to this video is. But these videos are kind of nice because it goes in and shows you the machine running under power, shows you its operation. You can get a feel for most everything running. Oh, thank you, buddy. Okay, we need to cover the tooling. We need to talk about the voltage. So let's wrap it up a little bit here. We've got 32 inches to approximately 36 inches of longitudinal left and right table travel, 13 inches of cross travel, 5 inches of quill travel, and of course 16 inches on the knee up and down. We'd like to point out how the heavy pattern saddle facilitates the beautiful knee with the table on it. Okay, moving on to the tooling and the fact that we have all of the original manuals for this machine. Pointing out the fact that we have the nice selection of universal quick switch tooling here. And again, this is a 200 series, so these two locating ears go up inside of the master, and you give it a quick 3/4 turn and it locks it in up inside of the master and the spindle. The master and the spindle happens to be a number 40 NST with an Ericsson quick change. Also pointing out that we have all of the original books here. Yeah, nice selection of books, Frank. Thanks for putting those out for us. This is talking about the parts, exploded view, and all the common wear parts are still available through Bridgeport and 1 or 2 other companies back in New York as well as in Ohio. But this is the Series 2 manual here. We have a full complement of the old school literature. If there's anything you'd like to see on the old school literature, please feel free to give us a holler on that. Shows you the foundational footprint, all of the salient features of the machine, all of the factory specifications. Not a lot more to be said other than the fact that it's just a darn nice machine for a great reasonable price. So let us know if we can be of further assistance on this machine. We're out of Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Machinery Consultants. You're working with Bill Wilson Jr. Please feel free to give me a call at 801-531-9500. Our website is www.machineryconsultants.com. And until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and thanks for shopping with Machinery Consultants. Have a great day.